Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good. So, what do we do now? I don't know what's going on here with the CD things. We have two changes with CD right now, and one is closed. What's going on here? Yeah. Captiling is complaining about a copy constructor. Score reduced from 5. Blah, blah. I think it's hallucinating. Change where existing copy constructor not being updated to initialize. Existing copy constructor not being updated to initialize. There's a copy constructor, yeah. What's your debug? Yes, debug. Okay, have width not height. Debug. Oh, well, there's a debug crash. Oops. Uh-huh. Isn't there such a thing in global data as well? Global data. It's the same here. Not fully implemented. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then how about we make a merging, do some merging here. Review approved. So this one, can be matched. And this one, yeah. This one is replicated. Let me see. Core, generals, 0 hour, yeah. Yeah. I think we can merge this. Oh shit, now I closed it. Tweak debug. Dimensions. Is this really a tweak or is this a fix? Fix. Okay. I would say we make it a fix. Fix debug. Allocate debug. Icons. Terrain. Let's call it allocate terrain. Debug icons based on allocate debug icon. Allocate enough terrain debug icons. Allocate enough terrain debug icons based on the map dimensions. I think that's better. Okay. Okay, then we have that. And what about this one here? Looks safe. Use user default locate for listed replays and save games. To function and use exclusively for listed replays and save games. 12-hour clock. Okay, then we can merge this. Use user default locate for listed replays and save games to match regional formats. Tweak GUI. Fair enough. Yeah. Match regional date time formats. How about we say use default locale of user Use default locale of user for listed replays and save games to match regional date time formats. Okay, fantastic. What else can we merge? So this one he needs to replicate still, so we hold off with this one. I think we can merge this one here. Verify credit scroll at the same speed. Verify credits don't jump ahead after tabbing out and back in. Time scale. Time scale. Range. Yeah. Credits manager update. Credits manager. The credits. So who is updating this guy? Update the credits. Credits menu update. Inset focus. What I suspect happens is that the credits update still keeps going when the game is minimized. Yeah. So let me see author Cabal. Yeah. Cabal is still working on some network changes to get some player infos about whether they have a patch or not, which will be useful for some future changes. What about this one here? Okay, that one was still a work in progress. Remove unnecessary STLN core. Yeah, so judging by the replay name and map name columns, it looks like it is possible to set them to word wrap or not word wrap. Maybe write longer version names in there. With 24-hour format, you need at least this to avoid a line break. With 12-hour format, there can be a line break even at this. I see. Okay. Version. Yeah. May I suggest to use game defines? Enable GUI hacks. You could use enable GUI hack. You could use enable preprocessor the GUI hacks to make a hack for swapping width of the columns if column 2 is smaller than column 3. So you just hack it in code. Then we do not need to update the WND for now. You can hack the column width in code right now. We do have macro for this. You can swap, use it, use that to swap the widths of the columns if column 2 is smaller than column 3. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, what's the update in here? Closed with unmerged commits. The branch has been deleted. Okay. Um, okay. Was this intentional or was this a mistake or what is he doing? Oh, looks like he deleted the whole. No, he didn't delete the whole merge branch. PR 2261. Oh, he just merged it. Uh-huh. Let me just ask, was the closure intentional? To me, it looks like he doesn't know what he's doing, and he just merged it into into his main branch. Okay. What was it? What was it doing? Steam Manager. There's not much in here. CD Manager. No disk, any disk. Win32 CD Disk Manager. The question is that needed for anything with retail CDs? If yes, then need this before the audio in case we are running off of CD. The audio can try to open music.big on the CD. Huh. Unload music from CD. Is that a thing that you can run the music from a CD? Insert CD prompt. Cancel start because of no CD. Okay, I think we need to understand hardware Excel. Music playing from CD. So, okay, so that's one of the use cases, yeah? So that apparently you can have the CD in your drive, and then the game is loading the music from the CD. So you don't need to have it on your hard drive, which is useful back in the day when hard drives were small and expensive, and it was more convenient to have data on the CD and not get that on a hard drive and fill up the hard drive, right? Because back in the day, hard drives were like gigabytes, basically. Let me see. Year 2000 hard drive sizes. What are the sizes of hard disks over time? Can we click on that link? Oh boy, we can't because there's some bullshit pop-ups. Let's look at Wikipedia. So we're looking at the 2000s. 2000s. Okay, well, that's a bit too modern here. Here, so let's look at 2000. Where is this micro? Okay. Plus, you get chips. Capacity of 2 gigabytes. A small one. Oh man, can't we find any data? What is this here? Toshiba. It's just some prospects. Let me ask just here, how big were HDDs in 2000? How much data? How much data fit into HDDs in 2002? Oh, not 2002. There you go. 40 to 120 gigabytes. 40 to 120 gigabytes, yeah. What about 2001? Pretty much the same. 2000. Ten gigabytes. What about 1995? That's like when the first Command and Conquers came about to be. So that was 1 gigabyte, see? So in the year 1995, if you had a CD, which has like, I don't know, it's 600 to 700 megabytes, and you have a 1 gigabyte hard drive, then you can see like copying the music on your hard drive might be not the wisest choice if you can just keep it on the CD when the CD is almost as big as this hard drive. But that was 1995. So a couple of years later, we're already in the ranges of 40 gigabytes to 120 gigabytes. So that's 100 times of this size. So there it's more likely that you can copy the music on your hard drive. Yeah. So I can't even remember that this was a problem, or that is actually was a possibility on these general CDs. You were not able to leave the music on a disc. I don't think that is a thing, or is it? I don't think that is a thing. Yeah. Okay, what does a CD check do? Is first CD present? Check for CD at GameStart. Check for CD popping up at an in-game message box. Check for CD at GameStart. Yeah, there we don't probably don't need CD manager. Game engine con. But this is from 2001, this file. So this one is made for generals. The CD manager. Right? CD drive. CD manager interface. CD manager. Yeah. CD manager. Check CD before campaign. Yeah. So CD message. Okay, that definitely can go. Prepare campaign game. That makes sense. Yeah, I would directly call it here. Yeah. Yeah. Start next campaign game. I think this makes sense. Yeah. Cancel start because of no CD. Really do start. Yeah. Okay. This one can go. Yeah. Really do start. Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of like anti-piracy stuff in there with CDs. Of course, this can go. The music thing, I think this can also go. Yeah. File system. Music files on CD. Yeah. Game audio. Is music playing from CD? CD manager. So far, I think this change makes a lot of sense. But let me ask this question. It's too bad that he closed this. I don't understand why he did that. We didn't even review this thing, and he just closed it. But it's okay. We can just replicate it and make our own. Not a big deal. Yeah. Cancel. So the Win32 CD manager, this one is basically, yeah, why is this here? What is this doing? No disk is this name. CD check. Check for CD at GameStar. So, music files on CD. Return true. Huh. Did we add that or not? Music files on CD. Load music files from CD. CD root. Music files on CD. Okay, it just assumes that they're on there. Okay. Unload music files. Okay. So this function, load music files, game audio, unload any files from CD first. determine if one of the music tracks exists. Since they are now bigged, one implies all. If they don't exist, then attempt to load them from the CD. Load music files from CD. Okay, so the big question, yeah, let me ask this question here and then we dig a bit more. Removing all this codes for checking, removing all the CD check code around campaign and skirmish is good and correct. As for the loading, as for loading music from CD, was that actually a supported? Was that actually a supported install option from CD? I cannot recall that the music.big would have resided on the CD. It is copied to disk. It is copied to disk. It's copied to HDD. But perhaps there are exceptions when it detected very small HD size. Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering. Does the source code contain anything about the installer? I think there was something, right? Core, tools, launcher, there's launcher. Here, auto run, that one. Auto run. Let me put auto run into the here, build core extras. There we go. Generates. So core auto run. Where is it? Core. Core. Shouldn't that be here? Auto run. Tools auto run. Maybe it's part of the game extras. Build 0 hour extras. Generate. There we go, auto run. English. So, source files. Let's try to get an understanding. So there is WinView HTML, local. Get CD, what is that? CD drive, yeah. Auto run. Moha demo setup. What? What is this? What is this? Huh? A Battlefield? Why is this here? What? Why is there a Battlefield and a Moha demo? What is this? Pretend on CD test. Okay, but from this we should be able to understand what the CD installer did, right? Let's search for music. Music. Oh, no. Hold on. Current project. Yeah, this one, please. Check CD music. Not for Win95. That's it. That's all? What? Find all. That's the only mention of music. What? Stop CD music. Check CD music. Okay, I don't understand that. WND file. Auto run. WinFix, what is this? Windows version info. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, so innocent, yeah. No Vista, no 7, no 8, no 10, no 11. This was a simpler time. But even then, they had quite a lot of versions here. 95, 98. ME is missing. Windows ME. Right. 98 was considered to be like a very good operating system. Same as XP. Then Windows 7. Then Windows 10. Yeah. 95 was not so great. 2000, I think it was not so great. ME was not great. Vista was not great. 8 was considered not so great. 11 is not considered so great. So maybe the next version of Windows, Windows 12, maybe that would be considered great again. Who knows? In the age of AI slop, maybe we will never see a great Windows version again, right? Because rest assured, Microsoft will just keep adding AI slop to their products. Like they will vibe code the shit out of it, and vibe coding equals slop at the end of the day, right? So maybe, but the good thing is you can always go back to the old Windows versions. Well, but then you have all the security issues, so you need to disconnect from the internet. Right? Yeah. So the question is, how do we understand now whether there is anything regarding music on there? Set up game window. Let's search for music.big. Entire project. Entire solution. Archive file system. There is a music big. Let's see where this is referenced. Stop the current audio. Load music files from Siri. Okay, so there is mention of music in here, but we don't see it in the auto run. What else can we search for? I mean, it must mention some sort of music big, right? Or something. Well, I mean, it could also be that it reads like a list somewhere, like a data file, which contains like all the big files that are getting copied, and music big is not listed in there. And then it doesn't copy music big, right? So it doesn't mean it has to be in code. Although I would expect that there's some mention like mode select, like determine music copy mode or something like this, right? There must be some mention if this existed. Load resource, options, prompt for CD. What about options? What is this? Command line options. Valid environment, show message. Is on CD. Can't find message box. Auto run str. That's the language. Yeah. I don't know what this would be relating to. CD control. Renegade setup. Maria. For CD eject. Eject CD. Okay. Yeah. Can't find. Error is on CD. Proc end prompt for CD. Entering main. Pretend on CD. Test. I will be right back. So maybe let me ask Thompson's. Thompson's. Are you aware about any logic that would have installed generals without music.big from CD to HDD? Game code clearly supports such, let's say, game engine clearly supports such a scenario, but I cannot recall having this ever seen with a CD install, nor can I find any trace of such an install in the autorun this is tools autorun. Yeah, in the autorun tool from generals. Yeah. So like if this was only a theoretical support, that it would have like used music big from CD, but it never actually materialized on an actual user install, then we don't need to support that. But if that was a possibility somehow, then it would be good to know, right? Before we rip that out. Yeah. Autorun. I mean, there's really not much code in here. We have a file class, file system, RAM file, STD file, WND file. Yeah. Fonts, locator, J support. Oof, what the hell is that bullshit? What is this? What? Okay. IGR. What is this? IGR options. A class used to access the IGR registry settings. What is IGR? Jeff B. in 2000. Dang. So old. 26 years ago. Oh boy. Maybe left over from another game. The code looks as the engine code looks as if it was freshly added for generals. But yeah, such feature would have made more sense in 1995. More sense than 2003. Yeah, I don't know. Close archive file. Stop audio. That's a really interesting case here. Draw button. Easy Gmax. Gmax. What is this? Gopen. I don't know where that would be, how that would be. File system. Aux. What the hell is that? What does that mean? I can't read this text. Can someone read this? This looks like a B. Boo. B. U. I don't know what that is. B. U. Someone had a seizure. Command line arguments. Args. I don't know. I don't know what the problem here, what this is here for. Auto run. Lean and mean auto run. But there's nothing in there. Autorun.h. Generals.exe, patch get, word builder, install path, draw, dsound, dd help, normal focus pressed. Lock City Drive. I cannot find any trace in Autorun tool that would. I cannot find any trace in Autorun tool that would. I cannot find any trace in the Autorun tool that would copy all game files except the music to HDD. Actually, let's take a look. Like, how big is actually the music? Music.zh is 34 megabytes. 34 megabytes. And let's see the other one. Music. Okay, it's quite big. 155 plus, what was the other? 30, I already forgot. Music 34 plus 155, so it's like 190 close-ish. Yeah. So 190 megabytes. Yeah, but I mean, there are bigger things like speech. Speech is bigger. Music. Speech is bigger. Textures is even bigger. Models are bigger. Yeah. Well, it's probably because music is easier to stream from CD, right? Yeah, like texture, like you need these rapidly and a lot of them. And music, you can just load one music file at a time because you only ever play one. So it does make sense that you stream the music file from the disk because it can perfectly do that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it certainly makes sense to have music on disk, but saving 155 megabytes in 2003 on your disk? I cannot find any trace in the Autorun tool that would copy all game files except the music to HED. Can we find this code that copies the stuff? I mean, it must be like this file, right? File. Let's search for file in the current project. Autorun. File system. Resource, any file, blah. Set up any language, blah, blah. Oh, there's some archaeology here. Autorun, what is this? Oh, game pass, setup, register, internet, uninstall, install product, true. EA Games General's key. Look for keys under the game's registry key. Rec open. Try to open the key. Yeah. Carry the uninstalled key. Look for keys under register. We should show the register button. Password register key. If options is set under okay, blah blah is voila API. Install product. Install product. Yeah. Install as user registered, blah blah blah. So where do we install here? Autorun. Run demo. I want to install. Run setup. Let's go in there. Run setup. File path. Blah. Setup. Stop sampling. Set path. Set launch. What? Run auto updates. Where's the kickoff for install? I just want to install the app. I don't want to launch it. I just want to install the game from CD right now. Where's that code? Where it copies the files. Where is that? Can we find that? Full pass, no. What is this? Uninstall, no. No. Where is it? Autorun. Launch the game, no. No. Why is that? Open file. Couldn't find executable. Maybe it's not an auto run. Maybe it's somewhere else. Maybe auto run is not an installer. Yeah. Maybe auto run is not, doesn't have the install functionality. Maybe it's something else. Yeah, maybe. Who's using Dutchen? Dutchen. Do it. Who is calling do it? Do it. Dutchen. WinMain. Okay. So who is using Dutchen? Do we actually have the code that does the install? Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if maybe Autorun doesn't even contain the code responsible for installing. I don't see it. It does all sorts of things, like there are buttons to do things, but like you can launch the game, launch something, yeah. You can update the game. You can run Explorer, World Builder, Patch. You can make an account. You can register. You can run setup. So what does this do? Run setup. Run setup. Setup.exe. So, well, so the question is, yeah. We don't have setup. WOL setup. It's not that, or is it? Maybe this. Setup dialog. General setup box. Aha, WOL setup. Update display. Aha. Aha, not installed. Aha. Version. Software Westwood Generals. What? Okay. From when is this? 2001. Okay, this looks like this is for generals. It's still with Westwood, so this looks like an outdated path here. Or is maybe WOL setup? Is this not what we're looking for? I don't know. Install path version. This one does look like something. Yeah, install path, yeah. This looks very relevant. Auto run, install path. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It looks like that this guy is relevant here, yeah. The setup. Fast, oh yeah, it's set up. So let's look through this here. We have update WinMain, dialog box. Hmm. Edit path serial, okay. Update display. Main dialog. Are you sure you want to delete General's registry entries? Uninstall. It doesn't look like the installer that would have shipped with the game, because this WOL API DLL is not something that rings any bells. Maybe something else. Version update. What about this? Version update. Launcher. What is launcher? Launcher. Tools launcher. What does that belong to? Z launcher. Wind blows. Main. Launch application for games apps. Should be run by the user. Okay, but this is just like the generals.exe launcher, right? This is not run launch. This is not installer. No. That is something else. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, unfortunately, I cannot say for certainty, but it doesn't ring any bells to me. It looks like something that could be maybe better. Maybe I think we can split this change into one for removing all the piracy CD checks, and then for removing the rest. Good. Oh, there's another one here. Oh. Why is there another one? Oh. Okay. I see. Okay, I just realize this is the real change. This is a real pull. Copying the texts. Oh God, so this is a copy that this guy opened here, and it was not meant to be there. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 So this is yeah, like a vector clean up vector. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Good. Then yeah. Yeah. Good. What's the time? 1 hour 19. Feels like 2 hours already. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, can we merge anything else here? Review approved. Mm. Mm-hmm. Good. Yeah. I would say what is this here? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know why this triggered a grep tire. This is paused. No need for this is paused and work in progress. No need for grep tire review. I may set that to draft. Comma to draft. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Look, I didn't like the generator expression I had. Dependencies, utilities, CPP macros. CMake. Looks okay to me. Curious why the precompiled header does not work with Docker VC6. It works on native Windows. Well, let's see if it actually builds the other targets. Okay. Knowing which operator made a change would be great. Blah, blah, blah. Soft, float, general, float. Soft float. Mismatch. Didn't we have something on mismatch? I guess it was in here. Soft float here, this one. Random calls is nested function calls. It's only an issue between compilers. One of the best for instant remedy. GCC appears to already have a soft float mutation. Current PCs are beefy enough to handle software floats, and if required, we could even adjust it to replicate the old behavior. I tried using msoftfloat on GCC12 and the generated assembly looks just fine without any FPU instructions. Also, the Xfer subroutine seems to use the pure value stored in the float. Even a float of this would result in a synchronization failing. Get rid of floats in game logic. Quantize the floats. I believe this is what they tried with a 24-bit precision. Testable excluding least significant bits of the mantissa. Real data and Overwatch netcode. D3DX matrix. Perhaps using non-floats, e.g. longs, might be faster and more cross-platform, still getting instant mismatch. What's this? Off topic. See also discussions in this if we could guarantee float precision across platforms and compilers, then we would not need detection mechanisms. Well, we'd still need to verify, right? Yeah. Oh, I think it's not relevant to mention this. It's still variable, even if you do soft floats underneath, you still want to have some mechanism to guarantee that it looks correct after you make changes to floating math. Yeah. Okay. I think I will take a break here. And is this one ready to be reviewed? Loading screen after the boot view. Okay. Good. I think I will. Jesus Christ. What's going on here? I always thought the original version with CD ran the music of the CD. It's not music, it's copy protection. The game tries to read the file. If not readable, safe disk strips. Or at least it's meant to work that way. It's broken. The big contains defeated TGA names. Corrupting the TGA format. Just see. That Magic Ash safe disk needs to be able to see. What's going on with the GIFs here? What is this? Kept crafting new bigs with seg files. What? Okay, let me see that again with the music. Music. Here are music files on CD. Music files on CD, return true. Load music files. Let's see. So the only reason it loads music big, it wants to access music big from CD is for copy protection, not for actually streaming the music. I somehow thought that would have been a reason for this code, because that would actually have made sense, streaming music from CD and not install it on HDD. Well, then it can all go, I guess. Then let me say, then I will cross that through here. Good. I think I will end it here. I have nothing else to say. Then, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.